Let's talk about that one question. You know the one we've all asked ourselves a million times. Why do I keep failing at my goals? You know how it goes. You set that New Year's resolution, you get all fired up, buy the gym membership, download the language app, and then boom. A few weeks later, life just kind of happens. It's so frustrating, right? But what if the reason we fail has nothing to do with willpower, but everything to do with something that's hiding in plain sight? So, what's the first thing we always blame? It's time. I just don't have enough time, we tell ourselves. But that's the biggest myth out there. Think about it. The most successful people on the entire planet have the exact same 24 hours in a day that you do. So, if it's not a lack of time, then what is it? The real culprit, the real villain in this story is your routine. Yep, that collection of habits you do every single day, mostly without even thinking about it. It's this unconscious system that's secretly fighting against your biggest dreams. And in this explainer, we're gonna show you exactly how to take back control. So here's the game plan. First, we're gonna pull back the curtain on this time trap and what your routine actually looks like. Then, I'll show you how to lock in a hard deadline and chop up your goal into pieces that you can actually handle. After that, we'll get into the real magic, weaving those pieces into your daily life, and we'll see how it all hinges on two keys: sleep and focus. And finally, we'll talk about the most important step of all, starting now and refusing to quit. All right, let's dive right in. The first thing you have to get your head around is that every single one of us has a routine. Whether you designed it on purpose or not, you have one. From the second you wake up to the moment you fall asleep, you are running a program. The only question is, who wrote the code? And if we're being honest, for most of us, life chose for us. We're running on a random routine. We wake up, we grab our phone and scroll, we rush out the door, come home totally wiped out, crash in front of the TV, and then do it all over again. This isn't just inefficient, it creates this thing called decision fatigue. By not having a plan, you're making your brain sweat over hundreds of tiny, useless decisions all day long, draining the exact mental energy you need for your actual goals. Okay, so before we can even think about rewriting that routine, we need a blueprint. We need a clear plan of attack. And this means putting two non-negotiable rules in place to turn that fuzzy wish in your head into a real, solid plan. All right, first things first, and this is a huge mental switch. Your goal needs an end date. Not, oh, I'll start learning guitar next month. No, it's, I will be able to play Wonderwall on the guitar by December 31st. See the difference? That creates a target, a sense of urgency. And the start date? It's not Monday. It's not tomorrow. It's right now, the second you set the goal. Now, to make this even more powerful, we're gonna steal a brilliant concept from, of all places, military planning. It's the difference between strategy and tactics. Think of your big goal, that's your strategy, that's the ultimate win. But you don't win a war with one giant move. You win it with tactics, all the smaller, short-term actions that add up to that final victory. Let's make this super clear with a perfect example. Let's say your strategy is master Japanese in 4 years. Whoa, that sounds huge. It's kind of scary, right? But now look at the tactics. Year 1, just learn the characters. Year 2, focus on grammar. Year 3, work on conversation. All of a sudden, this massive, overwhelming goal turns into a series of totally achievable missions. Okay, you've got your end date, you've broken your strategy into tactics. Now comes the part where the rubber meets the road. This is the most important piece of the puzzle, because a goal is just a daydream until it's a non-negotiable part of your daily life. So to really show you what I mean, let's take a super common goal, going to the gym. We always tell ourselves, I just need to find 1 hour in my day. But is that true? Is it really just 1 hour? Let's be honest about how much time the gym actually takes. This is the number we all have in our heads, 1 hour. That's the time we spend on the treadmill or lifting the weights, and we try to cram that single hour into our already jam-packed day, and when we can't, we feel like a failure, and we give up. But this number, it's a complete fantasy. Because the real gym routine looks a whole lot more like this. You've got 15 minutes to get your stuff and get dressed, then 15 minutes to drive there, then yeah, there's your 1 hour workout. But after that, it's 15 minutes to shower, another 15 to get home, and you gotta refuel, so that's at least 30 minutes for a post-workout meal. None of this is optional. It's all part of the going to the gym routine. And there it is, the big reveal. The real-time commitment isn't 1 hour, It's 2.5 hours. This is why our goals fail. It's not because we're lazy. It's because we are trying to shove a 2.5-hour block into a 1-hour slot that doesn't actually exist in our random routine. You have to consciously, deliberately carve out that full block of time. Now, I know building an intentional routine sounds like a lot of work, but honestly, it really just boils down to mastering 2 fundamental pillars. If you can nail these 2 things, pretty much everything else just falls into place. The first key, and I mean this, is the absolute bedrock of everything else: consistent sleep. Without it, having a stable routine is basically impossible. I'm talking about going to bed and waking up at the same time every single day. And yes, that includes weekends. Sleep is the anchor that holds your entire day together. It's what gives you the energy to actually follow through on your plan. The second key is just as crucial. And you gotta get a little aggressive with this one. You must actively kill distractions. See, making time for your goals isn't just about what you put in your calendar, it's about what you take out. It's about mastering the incredibly powerful art of saying no to everything that doesn't serve your mission. Saying yes to your goals means you have to say no to other things. It means saying no to that mindless, endless scrolling on social media. No to meetings that could have just been an email. No to every single buzz and ding from your phone. You have to be ruthless about protecting your time, because I promise you, if you don't, the rest of the world will be more than happy to steal it from you. All right, we've talked about the why and the how. Now comes the part that's all on you, the doing. This is where the real journey begins, the path to a new life, a life that you design. And please, listen to me on this. If you are just starting out, do not try to change everything all at once. Don't set 5 huge goals for yourself. That is a guaranteed recipe for burnout. Start small. Seriously, pick one health goal, like walking for 30 minutes a day, and pick one learning goal, like reading 10 pages of a book before bed. That's it. Build the routine, feel the momentum, and prove to yourself that you can actually do this. And I want to leave you with this last thought, because it's a really powerful way to reframe what failure even means. Missing your end date by a couple of weeks, that's not failure. Having a bad week where your routine completely falls apart, also not failure. The only true failure is when you say the words, "I give up." As long as you are willing to get back up and try again, you are still in the game. You haven't failed yet. So let's make this real, right now. To create the space for a yes in your life, you have to start with a no. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. In order to start building the life you actually want, what is the very first thing you are going to say no to starting today?